Why many mothers find it hard to focus?
So let's remember that now we have a new lifestyle, which is motherhood. And that's pretty normal to many of us. Your life is different now, so your focus will also be different. So there is nothing wrong with you. What you need is new strategies and the right conditions for your new life.
Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dania Hamdan. I write articles about education, motherhood, parenting on my blog called Be.
Hi everyone, my name is Raquel and I'm a self-development specialist with focus in mothers who wants to go back to their career, strengthen their self-confidence, be more productive without guilt.
It's known that a lot of mothers find it really difficult to focus, and I would like to ask you, what is compromising their focus?
Okay, so there are many things that might be compromising the focus here, but I would highlight a few which I think is the most important one. Number one, we know already that our kids, they are interrupting us all the time, so it's difficult to keep the focus. But that's part of the life. It's how it is. But that's we have to consider. Second thing is the myth of multitasking. Number three, it will be the digital interruptions, and number four will be the vague priorities that we give. And if you want, I go a little bit more in details about them. So the myth of multitasking, we even spoke a little bit about it in the last episode, the episode number 1. And if you didn't watch yet, go back to episode number 1 of season 2. We talk a little bit about this, but with another focus, which is more related to the productivity. Here we are talking about multitasking in the focus topic. So when you multitask so often, you are changing from one task to another, one task to another. And science says that when you switch from one task to another, your brain burns 3 times more energy than if you are concentrated in just one task. Yeah. So changing from one task to another will definitely keep away your focus. Okay. We will go into the details related to motherhood, but I'm just giving you now the overview. The other point that I said was about digital distractions. And we all know about this, that the digital world brings a lot of distractions to us, notifications, reels that we watch in the social media. They steal a lot of our time and focus. Most of us, we know that, but still it's hard to fight against, let's say. But this is a very powerful thief when it comes to focus. Yeah. The other one that I mentioned was vague priorities. So when you don't have a very clear and very specific priority, it's very likely that you're gonna lose the focus. So for example, as a mother, let's say, I will give you a real example, by the way. The other day I wanted to organize the toys of my kids. So normally you could say, okay, I'm gonna organize the toys of my kids. This is considered a vague priority because then it's just very random and there is no specific deadline, there is no specific amount of things that you're gonna do. So then you change that. So you say, okay, by Friday, by 11 a.m. on Friday, I'm gonna finish this box of toys. That's it. This is one way. Or if you are constantly with your kids and your kids are around, then you can say, okay, for 5 minutes, I'm gonna work on this box. Yeah, reduce the time, considering your kids are there, they might call you, they might interrupt you, so you won't have a lot of time. 5 minutes only. You know, your kids are here playing with you, quickly do something, take, and then maybe do that 3 times a week or every day or whatever you want. So give specific priorities. Like this, it's most likely that you're gonna be able to do something and with focus because you give the right instructions to your brain. Yeah. And about the digital interruptions, as we mentioned, I try to reduce these interruptions with like switching off notifications, keeping your phone away from you when you don't need that, or when you are with your kids, or when you are cooking. Keep away these distractions. And if you are worried about emergencies, let's say, then inform the people that you know that if it's something urgent, they must call you. And then you put your phone. I don't put my phone on airplane mode, never, unless I'm in a plane. I don't, but I put on the don't disturb. And then if you put in the don't disturb, at least that's how my phone works. If you put on the don't disturb and you choose the favorite contacts, even if they call you, this phone will ring. So my family or the kindergarten or the father of my kids, they are all favorites. So if they call me, the phone will ring. I apply this now in my life. I was not always doing this before. And before I used to be, let's say, a slave from my phone, from these things. And now things are different. That's something you can do. So distractions, interruptions that you can manage, find the strategies like this that I'm telling you, and apply in your life. And then kids is something that we cannot do much about their distractions. So you have their distractions, but work with it. And whatever you have the control about the other distractions, and then you do it.
I used to tell myself, okay, in the morning, I don't use my phone at all. I just put it away. Because also for her to see me with the phone while I am with her and so on. Also after 9 p.m., I set that my social media turn off. I cannot, I mean, if I click on them, they don't open, but they ask me, are you sure you want to open Instagram?
Okay.
You know, something like this. So it works many times. Sometimes I open them anyway, but after 5 minutes they switch off by themselves again.
Okay,
you know.
yes.
So there are some strategies that you can do. Even the social media itself gives you options.
Exactly. And also, even if you continue, you choose, okay, I will check it anyways. But this question already gives you a second thought. You know, you might stop there, you might not, but it gives you a second thought. You know, it's not immediately there.
And also with the social media, you can set how long you can use them per day. For example, you set 1 hour. If you're using it, I don't know, 3 hours per day, you set 1 hour or 30 minutes, and then they also turn off by themselves. They tell you, like, for example, in my case, they tell me there's still 5 minutes till you reach your limit. When I reach my limit, and then they switch off.
Okay, that's great.
So yes, there are some strategies.
There are some strategies, and also, like, it's not about not using the social media. It's not about, I will not be part of this anymore ever again. No, but it's about how to use them and how to use these tools, as you were saying, like how to use them in our favor to optimize the time we have and the energy that we have, and not waste everything in things that is not necessarily needed for our lives.
Yeah. So you talked about multitasking. But if someone has a job where the multitasking is needed, what should they do?
Yeah, so definitely there are people who will work in this kind of environments. And in this situation, I would suggest you do the technique of monotasking for a short amount of time. So if you have to do many tasks, okay, but choose an amount of time, choose a time frame, let's say 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes. Allocate this time. For these 15 minutes, I'm going to monotask, and it's only this task, but it's only that task. So 15 minutes, put an alarm, set a timer, whatever it is, and then you focus only on this for the 15 minutes. After it's over, take a short break, maybe of 5 minutes, and then do the other task. 15 minutes, fully focused. And I'm saying 15, but could be 20, could be 30, but this is for people who has many tasks. So that's why I give a small, short time frame. So do that, focus, and use this a small amount of time, and then you change to the other. So deep focus on that. Well, guys, Dania's daughter just woke up, and I don't think she's going back to her nap. So I'm gonna continue this all by myself here. But so what I want to share with you what is my technique to keep myself focused. Either before, when I was taking care of my kids all the time and I was not working, or now that I'm back to work. So basically there is a technique that it's called 90-20. And this technique was inspired based in a scientific studies that it follows the ultradian rhythm. What is that? It says that we are able to stay focused for an amount of 90 minutes, and then after that we start to decrease, and then we have to take a rest on that moment, and then again it goes up to a high performance, and then it's the 90 minutes, and then it decrease, rest, and so on. So this can take up to the 24 hours of our day. So basically, you have to allocate this time for the 90 minutes where you're gonna keep fully focused on the task that you have to do. And after that, you're gonna take a break of 20 minutes. But when I say take a break of 20 minutes, it's not to be on your phone, it's a proper break. Either you close your eyes for 5 minutes, even just to rest, or you go out for a walk, or you do some stretches, something like this that is out of the digital world, okay? So some people will work good on that way. Some people will work better in the Pomodoro technique, which is 25 minutes of fully focused work and then 5 minutes of break. It follows the same concept, but with a different amount of time. So you have to see what works better for you. I see for myself the 90 to 20 minutes, it works better for me. So I have a fully focused, good amount of time. And then in combination, you're gonna do a small pre-focus routine, something that it takes up to 3 minutes even, which is cues that you give to your brain that you're gonna enter a focus mood here, all right? So something like, let's say, a 3-step routine to get into the focus mode. It could be physical preparation. You sit down, you prepare yourself, you drink water, you drink tea, and then mental preparation. You set what you want to do at that time, and then environment preparation, which is setting up your computer, putting your headphones or adjusting the light, and then start. And by the way, a tip that I give you here is if you are in a corporate life, you can put the headphones even if you are not listening to anything. But this is good because it intimidates a little bit the others to approach you, because they really understand that you are in a focus mood, and they don't always approach because they think that you are concentrated or listening to something else. So take note of this tip. Make this small routine so it's a train for your brain to understand that every time you're doing that, you are entering in this deep focus mood. And then be loyal to this focus mood, okay? And while you set this time for deep focus, deep concentration, do it. You will see that you get a lot done. And if you are a mother and you are not back to work, use this technique also for when you are at home with your kids, but you're gonna do this in probably smaller time frames or when your kids are sleeping. So have a very structured routine for your kids, and when they take their naps or after they sleep at night, you're gonna do this technique that I just shared with you during the time that they are sleeping. You can also do it. This can work for people in the corporate life, for people that stay at home, for everyone. You just need to organize the things, shift your mindset, concentrate, and do it. I hope you took benefit of this episode, and please like the episode, share with someone that you think that might also benefit from this, and I'm gonna wait for you in the next episode. And don't forget, subscribe in the channel if you are not part of it yet, and go into the description of this video. There will be a link there where you can apply for a free session with me, and we can talk about productivity, career planning, and so on. So I see you. Thank you. Bye bye.